Welcome to Thoroughbred Racing action on this Saturday afternoon. We have the Florida Sires Stakes leg number 2, the Affirmed and the Susan's Girl, as well as a very competitive Mr. Jordan. We'll send it upstairs to Pete Aiello with the scratches and the changes.
The weather is perfect. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 80s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, the turf course firm. In race 1, scratch number 4, Divine Blue. Racing at Gulfstream. The two favorites were both away well from their outside draws, Zero Remorse and Slooty Princess. Their speed in the middle from Just Majestic, moving up toward the inside Brat Girl and the charge to the first turn. It's Just Majestic who has a narrow lead. Brat Girl guards the inside spot and kicks with her. Whiskey Whim has a bit of a tug going there as Camacho fights with her. Outside, Zero Remorse, then back to Slooty Princess. She's in the clear, about 5 lengths behind. Insta Purchase is along the rail. It's a length back to Noche de Damas, then back to Holy Spicy. The trailer is She's Trippin'. They make their way by the quarter in 24-1. It's not flying, it's not crawling either for the level and distance. And the leader is Brat Girl by a length and a half. Second is Just Majestic. Whiskey Whim is next. Out the center, Zero Remorse. Widest of all is Slooty Princess. She's in the green colors on the improve. Then back to Insta Purchase and Noche de Damas ahead of Holy Spicy. And She's Trippin' is last. They make their way by a half in 49 seconds flat. They're chasing Heriberto Figueroa and Brat Girl. They go to the far turn on top by 2. Just Majestic second, Zero Remorse given the green light. She's up on the outside. Wider than her is the favorite Slooty Princess. Whiskey Whim is next toward the rail. Then it's a gap of another 2 to Noche de Damas as they sprint their way to the top of the stretch. Brat Girl tries to make a break for it. She still has the lead. The favorites hot in chase with Slooty Princess and Zero Remorse second and third. Off the turn in the stretch drive. Brat Girl leads by 3 down the center. Slooty Princess starts to get the rally together, and now she's on the scene. Slooty Princess surging forward under Miguel Vasquez. Noche de Damas is rallied into second, but the favorite's a winner. Slooty Princess clearing off to win by 3. Noche de Damas was second. Third was Brat Girl. Fourth was Zero Remorse in the Gulfstream opener. 142-1. And they're off. From the far outside, Neblina gets the first call. From the rail, Bellamendi comes out firing. Here's speed from Spatula, who's not far away. White Claw Woman in the white blinkers looking to get over. She's third, while 3 wide. May Mischief is next. A length back to the rail, and Slender Slipper racing together with Neblina. Then Tinka 2 and Sweet Sash. The 2 at the back, My Sweet Adeline, and Miscreant is last. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. White Claw Woman shuffled back badly there. The leader is Spatula by a length and a half. May Mischief second, Neblina third, dropping back to fourth, Bellamendi. Then Tinka 2, wide on the course is Sweet Sash. Shuffling herself out of contention is White Claw Woman as they reach the top of the stretch. The odds-on favorite, May Mischief, has no excuse from there. She has 1 to go get, and that's Spatula. Off the turn in the stretch drive. Here's May Mischief. Set down driving by Micah Husbands and opening 3 in a hurry. At the rail, Bellamendi tries to get Spatula for second. Neblina is next, and down the stand side, Sweet Sash. But as they come home for the wire, May Mischief making 4 to 5 look like easy money. She won by 5. Bellamendi was second. Sweet Sash ran third, and 103-1.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
Renegade. And they're off. Inconvenienced at the break was Blue Slide Park. Good start for Major King in the blue, reaching out for some early position. Bold Advance is forwardly positioned. Here's Lace Up in the middle, charging to challenge, and Pet Mat's on the far outside. Remerton works between horses. Kiki Love is along the rail, and the trailer is Blue Slide Park. Out of the chute, onto the main track, 6 furlongs to race. Kiki Love at a giant price has moved through inside to take the lead. Major King's between horses. Remerton is 3 wide. Lace Up is 4 wide. Bold Advance is 5 wide. Moving out the rail, Blue Slide Park, passing Pet Mat. And at the back is Honesto. 24-4 for the opening quarter. They race their way to the half-mile grounds. Kiki Love and Boulanger on top by 2.5. Major King together with an outside running Remerton. Wide on the course in Bold Advance, 3 wide. Lace Up. At the rail, it's Blue Slide Park ahead of Honesto, and Pet Mat with all of it to do from there. Last a long way through a 47-2 half-mile. They speed around the far turn and past the 3/8, and here's a move from Bold Advance. And Lace Up is moving right with him. Drifting is Kiki Love. At the rail, it's Major King, loose and charging Blue Slide Park. The complexion changes as they run to the top of the stretch. At the rail, it's Major King. In between horses, Lace Up. On the outside, it's Bold Advance. Widest of all, Blue Slide Park. 4 chances here as they straighten for the drive. On the far outside, Blue Slide Park starts to get a rally together, and he's charging hard as they come past the 8th pole. At the rail, it's Major King. From between horses, Lace Up. Final 16th of a mile. Major King has the lead. Blue Slide Park trying to get him on the money. Major King pins his ears outside Blue Slide Park. It's a win photo. Major King trying to hold off Blue Slide Park. I think it's Lace Up third with Bold Advance fourth in 137-1. They're off. Rita Rome was away quickly, moving out the rail. I Love Venezuela, and here's Lita on the go. Lita will land second behind I Love Venezuela, who's the early leader. Planya Champagne is marching through at the inside of Frida Rome, who's headstrong while taken back in the 2-path. Wide on the course, No Mo Cookies, 1 of 1 just to her inside. Moving out the rail, that's Burnaway. Then Zozachera, the early trailer is Celestial Express. Around the clubhouse turn they go. Lita's on the outside of I Love Venezuela, locked up heads apart through a 24-2 opening quarter. Now racing into third while headstrong is No Mo Cookies. Planya Champagne's in the black colors fourth, angling off the inside. 2 back to Frida Rome, racing from fifth. Outside sixth is 1 of 1. Then it's Burnaway, who's inside of Zozachera, and lagging well back is Celestial Express. They go their way to the half-mile grounds. The leader is still Lita, half a length in front of No Mo Cookies in second. Planya Champagne is in the 2-path, racing in third. I Love Venezuela's along the rail. Then back to the team of Frida Rome and 1 of 1. Held up in traffic, Zozachera. Burnaway tries to get something put together, and the trailer a long way is Celestial Express. They speed past the 5/16 off cover. Planya Champagne launching a 3-wide bid after Lita. Looking for a way through is Frida Rome. Angling for a run is she. On her back goes Zozachera. They're on their way home. Loose for the drive are the 2 favorites. They try to reach Planya Champagne, an 1/8 of a mile to go. Zozachera's on the outside. Frida Rome in the middle. Zozachera doing the best work. She's a winner. No beating her lately. Zozachera clearing off at 7-5 in the colors of Carlo D'Amato. Second is Frida Rome. Third is Planya Champagne. And fourth, I Love Venezuela in 133-4. they're off. Skellig Michael was away cleanly enough and reaches out for forward position. Sent along in between is Magic Red. He's on to challenge. Away third is He's a Beast with Commendatore between horses. Then it's Silver Ore moving out the rail, Make Me Famous. Out in the middle is Final Payment. The one lagging well back is Big Dividend. They make their way to the opening quarter with Skellig Michael and Misael Jaramillo on top 3 parts of a length. From the outside, Commendatore. From the inside, Magic Red. They're second and third. He's a Beast works out in the middle. True moving through at the rail, Make Me Famous. Silver Ore is next. He's about 6 lengths off the lead with Final Payment and Dial Long Distance to find Big Dividend. They swing now to the final 3 furlongs. The opening quarter was 22 and 4. With the advantage, it's Skellig Michael by half a length. Commendatore takes aim second toward the outside. He's a Beast. Now launched into the clear. Bravo gets a response. He was third. He's now second and blitzing on the favorite through a 45 and 1 opening half mile. He's a Beast has taken a lead now from Skellig Michael, who's back to second. Make Me Famous running home, yellow colors toward the rail. Off the turn and the stretch drive, He's a Beast has the lead. Skellig Michael is resurgent toward the rail. The leader moved awfully early, and now Skellig Michael has something in reserve, and he's turning back. He's a Beast. Final 16th of a mile. He's won races all across the world. He's a Misael Jaramillo, and he's on Skellig Michael for a 4-length win. Second is He's a Beast. Third is close, either Make Me Famous or Big Dividend, 122 and 4. And they're off. Excellent start for Loud Applause, who heads off for the early advantage. Sent hard is Baby Back, also mixing it up. Coffee at KJ's. Valiant Winter makes it a party, and so does One More Duke. It's a logjam for the early lead. From behind the speed, that's Fly Commander getting over from the outside. Time for restraint. The 2 at the back include Flying Ash and Valid Sense. Past the half-mile marker and moving to the far turn, it's now Loud Applause, who comes away from that early scrum with a 2.5-length lead. On the far outside, it's time for restraint from the rail. Baby Back. One More Duke is next. Valiant Winter's the gray. Coffee at KJ's gets started on the outside. A length and a half to Fly Commander, then Valid Sense and Flying Ash. They run to the top of the stretch. Loud Applause has the lead with a wall of pursuers. From between horses, here's Valiant Winter getting off the inside. Farther out, Coffee at KJ's. From between horses, One More Duke. They come past the 8th pole. Miguel Vasquez trying to get one more furlong from Loud Applause. His strides are shortening. He's 2 in front. Coffee at KJ's. Valiant Winter second and third, but Loud Applause is clear to the wire. Loud Applause to win it. Coffee at KJ's was second. Valiant Winter ran third. Then One More Duke and Valid Sense in 105 and 1.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
You've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
They're off and running. Off balance and awkward at the break was Speakeasy. Pure Class away quickly with St. Tappet right alongside. St. Tappet to the top. Speakeasy is away last, moving up to take second. His step from the rail. Pure Class is third. Speakeasy is on the improve now to be fourth after a slow getaway. He races ahead of Life is Precious, and Vitality is last. They make their way down the backstretch, and St. Tappet at a big price. He has the lead. Step latched onto him second. Armio comes off the inside on Pure Class to race in third, with Speakeasy up to fourth. The two at the back, Vitality and Life is Precious. 22-4 for the opening quarter as they move now to the final 3 furlongs. Step is not messing around. He's on to take a clear lead. He's a length and a half in front. Speakeasy is 3 wide. Pure Class is in the middle. That's all for St. Tappet. He's back to fourth. Vitality and Life is Precious have been last throughout. They went 45-4 for a half-mile speed. They run to the top of the stretch, and Step has the lead. The classy individual, Speakeasy, moving to him on the outside second, and now on the outside it's Pure Class. He angles 3 wide for a run. Vitality is underway, and they're on their way home. Step turns in on top. From between horses, Speakeasy down the center in Pure Class. 1/8 of a mile to go. Pure Class starts to get to Step with a 16th to go. And here's Pure Class, straightened up by Jaramillo and front and center. Pure Class going away. Step is second, Speakeasy third. Up for fourth is Life is Precious, ahead of Vitality in 122-2. And they're off in the Susan's Girl. Excellent start for Mythical from her outside draw. Speeding forward is Drama. Drama takes the early advantage. Stablemate Mythical is now racing from second, and Floco is between horses. Love Like Lucy is down at the inside. Laina gets away well from her outside draw. She's about 5 lengths off the lead. In front of 'Tis a Sweet Lady and Finding Strength, who's between horses. A gap of 4 more to Dare Greatly. The two at the back are Blazing Bridget and Sister Hustle. 22-1 for a pumped-up opening quarter. Relu Gutierrez and Drama past the half-mile marker on top 3 parts of a length. 3 wide, Mythical is on the move now. Love Like Lucy is between horses, a gap of 3 to Floco. Then Finding Strength and 'Tis a Sweet Lady. Laina is next. Nothing much materializing from the back as they round the far turn. Out on the outside, Jaramillo moves on Mythical, gets a response, and takes a clear lead. 5/16 from home, Mythical on top by 2, by 2.5. From the back, Finding Strength is circling horses, trying to get into second as Love Like Lucy is all in. They complete a half in 45-2, and they're on their way home. Mythical, the classy daughter of St. Patrick's Day, on her way home with a big lead. Down the center, Finding Strength tries to get second with Mythical running up the score. A late run from Dare Greatly, but take a look at this. Take a look at Mythical, geared down and posing for the picture. Mythical by as much as she wants. Very good battle for second that went to Love Like Lucy. She turned back Finding Strength, who was third. Dare Greatly is fourth in 122-4. Off. Far outside, Madame Mischief was away cleanly. In the middle, Show Off has speed. Zayas is riding a Shimma for early foot, and a Shimma is going to take an interesting early lead. There must not be much pace on here. From the inside, that's Charlie's Wish, who comes away in the blue colors to race in fourth ahead of Starship Boeing, and a long way last early is Mama Bella. To the first turn they go, as Shimma's going to make the fractions here. She's on top by almost a length from Show Off in second. Saving ground, Charlie's Wish is a joint third with race favorite Madame Mischief. She's actually got the second choice in the betting is Madame Mischief. She's in the purple from fourth. Starship Boeing is second last, and the trailer is Mama Bella. 23-3 for the opening quarter. That's an honest fraction, and the Shimma has the lead with her ears up. Second is Show Off, third is Charlie's Wish, fourth is Madame Mischief. Then back to fifth in Starship Boeing, orange colors 4 lengths off the lead, and the trailer is Mama Bella. No change in the plot. The half was 47-3. It's not flying, but it's not crawling either. Ashima pushed along every yard now by Show Off, who's racing in second. Good news for Madame Mischief. She has pace to chase and is on the attack now. There goes Jaramillo on Madame Mischief. 3 wide and on to challenge. Charlie's Wish is driven by Bravo, fourth, but not really kicking in. Starship Boeing is next, and the trailer is Mama Bella. She's under a hold at the back as they reach the top of the stretch. They went by 3/4 in 1:10-4, and they straighten for the drive. Madame Mischief is up to challenge for control. Charlie's Wish is off cover and starts to get a rally together. At the inside is Shema. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Charlie's Wish, driven hard by Bravo, and up to take the lead now. From the back, Mama Bella's launching late. Charlie's Wish close to home on a winning lead. Charlie's Wish and Joe Bravo to win it by a length and a half. Mama Bella second, is Shima third, softened up by Show Off, who was fourth. Flattening out Madame Mischief, 139-4. Racing in the Mr. Jordan Stakes. Good start in the center for Lure Him In. Up on the outside, it's Con Compania put into play early. Con Compania to the top. Holiday Pay now moves to take second from Classic, of course, in early third. Lure Him In comes away in fourth in a nice rhythm, about 5 lengths behind. Big Data is next in front of Lightning Tones. Second last is Steel Sunshine, and Hades, devoid of any early speed. He's last of the 8 and better than 11 lengths off the lead of Con Compania. Jaramillo and Con Compania, the Chilean bred, on top by a length and a half, working way out in the center. Ducking over to the inside is Holiday Pay. Classic, of course, follows him. Off the inside goes Lure Him In, orange colors racing in fourth. A gap of 3 more to Lightning Tones, then Big Data. Steel Sunshine starts to get a rally together, and Hades has been no factor early through a 46 3/2 mile. They round the far turn with 5/16 to run. Con Compania about to face a threat as Acacio moves 3 wide on Classic, of course. He's charging to challenge. In between horses, Holiday Pay, 3 back to Lure Him In. Lightning Tones is a length and a half behind him. Steel Sunshine launching a wide rally. Trying to wind it up from the back is Hades with Big Data as they reach the top of the stretch. They went 3/4 in 1:10-4. Con Compania has the rail in the lead. Classic, of course, tries again. Down the center, Lure Him In. Widest of all, Hades just inside him. Steel Sunshine both a long way behind. Lightning Tones begins to put his best foot forward. He's a late challenger. They come past the 16th pole. Con Compania is almost there. Jaramillo in his zone today. Con Compania to win the Mr. Jordan in gate-to-wire fashion. Lightning Tones was second. It's close for third in 136 left. They're off. Racing in the Affirmed division of the Florida Sire Stakes. Wooten gets the first call and fires right to the early lead. From the outside, Hawk is away in second, and up the inside, Squire into the top flight. Kozolite gets away well from his outside draw. He's now moved into second, flanking the leader. At the rail, it's Strategic Risk, who's only 3 lengths off the lead while on the improve, then All to Win. 2 back to Camagol, who's 3 in front of Trelawney. He's racing together with Micanopy and I'm Tough Enough. Out the back early is He's My Uncle. The opening quarter in 22 and 3. Reasonable fraction put up by Wooten, who's inside the half-mile marker with a lead of a half a length. Kozolite poised to strike while on the bridle second. Two back to Strategic Risk. He's now third. 4 wide, all to win. 3 wide and trying to run is Squire. Dropping back is Hawk. A gap of 3 more to Trelawney, who's underway. Just went by Camagol as they reach the top of the stretch. Leonel Reyes lets out a notch on Kozolite. He has the lead. Strategic Risk moving to him second. Hawks back running again behind them. Trelawney, red blinkers, Squire and all to win wide on the course, and they're at the top of the stretch. They went 45 and 1 for the opening half mile. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Kozolite leads by 2. Squire charging hard down the center. Strategic Risk is in the middle. Kozolite's almost there. Squire's up into second, but that's as far as he gets. The Affirmed goes to Kozolite. Kozolite by 3 in the end. Squire is second. Third is Strategic Risk over Hawk. Then Trelawney in 123 and 1. And runners away. Awful break for Bundelay at the back. Also slow into stride, Bellicoco and Ensley. Good start for Lucky Win Coco heading off for the early lead. Time for Peace is away in good shape, so the two with race experience head off for the early advantage. Ducking over his Slippers, passed by both Deaver Encounter and Eternal Mandate. Then it's back to Ensley, and at the back is Bundelay. To the far turn they go. They move by the 3 furlong grounds. Lucky Win. Coco has the lead. Time for Peace is second. Tripped out in a beautiful way. Eternal Mandate third. Asked to quicken fourth. His Slippers draws within 5 lengths of the lead. 6 ahead of Ensley as they race for home. They went 21 and 4 for the opening quarter. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. The leader, Lucky Win Coco, by a length and a half. Getting through at the rails. Slippers is charging hard now. Eighth of a mile to go. Great trip for Slippers. She has the kick to back it up. It's Slippers 8-5 in front and going away. Slippers and Miguel Vasquez report home a 4-length winner. Lucky Win Coco was second. Third was Time for Peace. Fourth was Eternal Mandate. And Ensley to complete your high five in 55 and 3.
That wraps up Florida Sires Stakes Day here at Gulfstream Park. We're back with you for a Sunday afternoon of racing tomorrow. Come and join us at Gulfstream Park.